Hmm. It's doing that thing again. Oh, hello, Mercury retrograde. Let me see if I can pull it up on this device. Oh, no. That's what it is. Okay. Alright, let's clear and ground the energies. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more. Breathe in. Breathe out. Hello and welcome to ArcanaUniverse. This is going to be Aries, August 2025 energy forecast reading. Let's get started. As a friendly reminder, this is a general reading. If you're interested in a personal, all of that information can be found in the description of this video. Otherwise, this is a general reading, even though it may feel like a personal because I'm great at what I do. But labels aside, whether you're Aries Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Stellium, dealing with the Aries, or just happen to be in here, it is no coincidence, okay? There may be a message here for you. So let's see what we have here to start out the reading. Oh. All right, so what I'm sensing here is that somebody here found somebody that they really want to like be with or be together with because they feel like this is a really good partnership or collaboration. And but somebody here either has like mental blockages or like they're very much in their head, and it's like they get very stressed and worried, and when that happens they also get very defensive. So you know, not it's not the best combination, okay? Because that is just ultimately so much burden on this energy. Because when somebody here, I'm getting the word paranoid, if they have a tendency to get paranoid, they end up kind of sabotaging themselves, self sabotaging themselves, because they feel like everybody's out to get them, everybody is being manipulative, and so it's very difficult for this energy to have a new beginning or a new start, because somebody here has a tendency to be like skeptical or like has trust issues. And but I'm seeing here that somebody wants, like, they just because they embody this and has all of this, that doesn't mean they don't want love. It's just they really do want love, they want affection, they want support and all of that. But it's self-sabotaging. It's just like, how can you want something but it's not willing to open themselves up, but instead be defensive. And I'm getting even like their communication style, it needs a little work. Okay, it's almost like if somebody here wants emotional support or fulfillment, it's just there's it's like you're not gonna talk to them you would like if you're going to war with somebody. You know what I mean? If somebody here is really connecting with somebody that they want to get to know and connect with on an emotional and loving manner, then they really need to. I see what's happening here. Okay, so it's somebody here is intimidated, especially uh, if they're very attractive as well. Like somebody here, not only are they emotionally available, but they're like also very attractive, and that is why there's defensiveness. Somebody here kind of feels like, oh, the person that they're dealing with is out of their league, and so it's almost like it's like before they can even put their best foot forward. They already rejected themselves from the connection because they figure through their paranoia that somebody like them wouldn't want to entertain or give a chance to somebody like the person who's self-sabotaging. And so what's the advice coming through for that? I mean, we touched up on it. We mentioned it before about how somebody here, if they are really looking to have a loving, romantic, emotional connection, they really need to be in that energy as well. They can't just be standoffish and pretend like, you know, they're above it all when they genuinely actually just wants exactly that. Okay? Anything else? No, let's move on. Okay, let's move on. So I'm going to go ahead and do the spinny spin portion next. If we get 10 likes by the time we finish this portion, I'm going to go and do all 12 zodiac signs. So that's essentially 12 additional messages. Good luck. All right, 1 and a 2 and a love. Okay, so somebody here would like a little insight regarding the love department. It feels a little weird. It doesn't feel fluid. It feels like very like choppy or like very clumsy. Okay, I'm getting like a clumsy energy. It's like it's not oiled up. It's like rigid. Like it's hard to move. Like that kind of energy. So that may be how this energy's love life is going. Oh, hello, hello. Can you say love reading? What's going on in this energy's love life? One more. I don't know. Okay. So I'm picking up on an energy that is just like all fired up. They want they want to. Oh yeah, did we mention your energy? Hey. So somebody here is all fired up. They have somebody that they have their eye on and they want to get closer to this energy because they feel like this person has a lot of joy, abundance, and they're smart. Not only are they just smart, they're also like something about their demeanor is very like classy as well. And so, but I sense here, somebody here is still like healing. What are they healing from exactly? So somebody here is torn between like going for it quickly or taking or stepping back and taking their time. Somebody here is just like back and forth about what they should do, and it's been very exhausting. And they're trying to figure that out because I see here somebody is really falling for somebody. They really have strong feelings, but they fight their feelings. Why do they fight their feelings? So somebody here thinks like something is almost like a fantasy, too good to be true. It's almost like okay, I'm not trying to promote anything here like But an example would be somebody here is just like, oh, like I'm going to win the lottery, or like I want to win the lottery, or something like that, but they don't even gamble. They never even bought a lottery ticket. You know, like it's giving off that kind of energy, and it's almost like they psych themselves out before it even happens. It's just like they wouldn't want it, or it's not gonna happen, and it's too good to be true. That's just a fantasy. It's just all in somebody's head. This is all a dream. So somebody here is just like, because something seems too good to be true, they're not taking it seriously, or they're in the midst of considering to like walk away or not entertain it, etc. So that is, you know, staying true to what I was tapping into earlier about like somebody wanting to move forward quickly, but at the same time somebody is wondering if they should actually take a step back and move slower. And so, what's the advice, God? Because I can tell somebody here is very confused because their heart belongs, or is, you know, wanting to be with a particular energy, but something pulls them back, something stops them. And so, what's the advice for this energy? Okay, it's talking about how you're going to miss all the shots you don't take. Okay, again, it's like the lottery example. It was just like, oh, you know, you expect, you like, how are you, you know what I mean? It's the lottery example I literally just mentioned right now. Okay, so it's saying like, why wait? Even the waiting part, that's what we're deciding to do. It's almost like I'm getting um we are, at the end of the day, we have free will. And so if we stop ourselves, if we are the one self-sabotaging, then it's not going to go anywhere. So the advice coming through strongly is take chances, take forward movement, but be strategic. Obviously, you know, do things that make sense. I know. It seems so, like I say it so easily, but somebody here is not doing, is they're not doing that. For me to say that, somebody here is not doing that. They're not doing something that makes sense. It's almost as if this energy needs to like put themselves out of their own circumstances and put themselves in another, not in another person's shoes per se, but it's more like put themselves out of their own shoes and see it from an outside person's perspective, in a sense. So if anything, it's like pretend somebody else is in your shoes. What would you tell them? What would you like? Would you agree? Like their circumstances and stuff like that doesn't make sense. It's almost like, because somebody here is really just in their thoughts, they're not able to see things clearly. Okay, and it's less about like me energy. It's about how it would also work for the other individual. Somebody here is very like so concerned about how they approach the connection, like about, it's, they think it's about them, but it'll be more helpful. The advice coming through is it'll be more helpful if we also see things in the other person's perspective as well. It's just like, you know, what would they like, right? If somebody here is trying to get with somebody that they're interested in, wouldn't you want to know what they like, what they're interested in, instead of just focusing on like, oh, you know, I hope they don't ask to go to this place because I don't like to go. It's just like, why not kind of like flip it around and wonder, like, you know, where do they want to go? What do they want to do? And see if there can be some level of a new experience, you know, kind of being like putting somebody here really needs to kind of come out of their comfort zone and try to find some level of balance. Okay, so this energy needs to realize it's not just about them, it's about what the other person wants. Love it. All right. Okay. So we. Oh, this went by so quickly. Oh, Aries, you know, right to the point, you know, right to the point. And so, all right, I'm gonna go ahead and count to 10. If we reach 10 likes in 10 seconds, then we're going to do all signs, so which is essentially 12 additional messages from Aries through Pisces. So I'm gonna count to 10. Just need that 10 likes. Ready? And then 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. By the way, like talking about that water break. So hashtag Team Water. Hello. Hello. I know I posted it up a short and I mentioned this in the Taurus reading that I just streamed not too long ago. But feel free to check out that short, okay? I'm gonna keep this short and to the point, okay? But so yeah, if you're interested in learning more about that, feel free to check out the short. I'm not gonna explain and elaborate on here, all right? But yeah, we didn't reach the 10 likes goal, which is fine. It just means I wasn't meant to do all 12 of those additional messages. And so let's go ahead and I'll leave it off with one final spinny spin for you guys, okay? So, what? Why does it feel, did I do this? Like, sorry, when I do readings back to back, I'm just like, this reading went by quickly. Okay, anyway, so we're gonna do one more spinny spin. All right, I'll just see it in the playback, how many times I did the spinny spin. Hopefully just one other time. But we'll see. 1, 2, and a love again. Okay, so somebody here has love on their mind. So somebody here wants to connect with somebody. I'm getting some sort of age difference, okay? Or like somebody either, I don't care if you're 99 or 19, I'm getting some sort of immaturity energy, or like there could be some level of age difference. But what I'm getting here is that somebody here is not really looking at, somebody here is not being responsible, especially when it comes to their like finances, which is weird because I see somebody here that works very hard for you know, whatever they do, like whether it's their career, finances, studies, like whatever this is, somebody here is very focused on that, but they're also not It's almost like somebody here still feels poor, or like they feel like they don't have enough, or like they, I'm getting like they're slaving away. So so somebody here wants to really invite more love into their life, and I see here that they are connecting. If they haven't found this person yet, they're about to. I definitely sense some sort of like very wonderful, lovely energy. I'm picking up. They may be at a distance. This may be like a long distance thing, or perhaps there's not an opportunity to see each other often. But where there's a will, there's a way. Okay. And I see here that somebody does want to be in a relationship or wants to be in some level of commitment because they feel like this energy is very generous and giving, and it's giving off like long term longevity vibes versus a fleeting one. Somebody here wants to settle down, wants marriage, and like wants to set roots. They want to have forward momentum, and I see here there's a lot of like chemistry as well, physical attraction. And so, what's the advice? What's the advice? That it's saying somebody here needs to wrap up. They're taking their sweet time, like they're taking too long. There needs to be some level of momentum. No more stagnancy, no more like waiting. Because when there is stagnancy like that, the mind starts wandering off. Things start to not seem clear. And so somebody here really needs to stay focused and keep their eye on the prize, so to speak. Okay? All right. And come up with a plan to progress things. Because as mentioned, why is there this heartbreak energy though? Oh gosh. Well, somebody here is like so in love that it's like breaking their heart. Like they don't know what to do. They don't know what to do. And I see here that there is some level of silence or quiet period, and somebody here feels burdened that they're just very stressed. They're burdened, like they feel like they haven't been doing a great job at keeping this connection happy and fulfilled. They just feel like they have actually been doing a terrible job, and they wonder why would somebody who's so lovely, attractive, and all of that, why would they want to be with somebody like that? They All right. So the final message and advice coming through, just to wrap up everything, is what I'm seeing here is that if somebody, where there's a will, there's a way, right? I mentioned that. And if somebody here wants success, and if they want similar things, they want the same things, they want to have a long-term connection where it can last the test of time, where they're able to set roots, build together, and go ahead in the direction that these two have similar goals. If that is correct, if somebody here truly wants the same thing and wants to be emotionally fulfilled in that sense, they really need to understand. Okay, they really need to understand that if that's what they want, they need to embody that energy. So it's back to it's giving off a passive aggressive energy. It's just like, oh, they want it, they want to go for it, but then they pull back. Again, that fast and slow energy. like take a step forward and then take a step back, like that kind of energy. And so it's trying to say, I do see success here. If somebody here really wants like a successful love connection, if that's what they're looking for, it is in the cards. Like I see here, it is possible, but somebody here really needs to let go of their burdens, their heartbreak of like losing somebody they never went for. Okay, I know that's isn't that the saddest thing? They're mourning over somebody that then they never, or like they didn't go all in with. So whose fault is that? Okay, so this energy really needs to realize what's happening here. They need to go within, do a little soul searching. Feel free to, check out the playlist portion of this channel where you'll find all of my timeless readings. If you feel called to listen to, any of my readings, whether labels aside, timing aside, because it's all timeless. There may be a message in there for you. And I see here this energy is going through a very crucial time in their life where it's almost like if they're about, like, they have the potential to have some level of a breakthrough, because I see some level of success and happiness, but they really need to be focused and clear and really take the time to take the initiative to go within and to heal and to actually acknowledge what they want, what they don't want, and the things that they do want, they really need to embody that. It's a two-way street. It's not a one-way. So instead of focusing so much on their problems, their insecurities, really think about how it can affect the connection as a whole. Any final messages? It's the same cards. So somebody here really needs to face themselves. No more lying to themselves. No more, beating around the bush. No, no more. Okay, and they really need to stand in their power, do the right thing. Insecurities and anxieties aside, okay? Because somebody here, oh gosh, they're a really good lover. Somebody here has the potential to be such a great, like, partner, okay? They have so much love to give. I see that. But they're fighting themselves. They're fighting their wants and wishes. It's self-sabotaging. So this person really needs to try to, get out of their head and heal from this, okay? Anything else? No, that is it, okay? So, feel free to like this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. My videos are posted so that you can watch it over and over again if you need additional insights or that confirmation or just that reminder, okay? So thank you so much for being here, and for those who have watched till the end, you're doing the work. You're trying to be conscious and trying to understand your situation in a sense. And so I like the effort. Okay, great job. So until next time, have a great one, and I'll talk to you guys